So you want an international strategy. Maybe you want a new residency, tax residency, citizenship. You are thinking about, what if I have this company here and I want to make the money, but then send it there and then have this residency where I can create this 0% tax structure. How can I put all of these pieces together? The purpose of this video is to ask you questions so you can decide if it's something you want to do yourself or it's something that you want experts. And also what type of team you want next to you. I will tell you, for example, about a gentleman, multiple stories, starting with a gentleman that wanted to get US credit cards and worked with the company that said, yeah, we're gonna get it for you in like 2 months. It's this amount. Great. And then they start the process. In 7 days, he still did not hear from them. When are we starting the process?
Oh, yeah, very soon, very soon.
10 days in, he's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Oh yeah, now we are applying for your ITIN. Okay, now 2 months go in, 3 months go in, 4 months go in. You know where the story is going, right? They didn't run with the money. They were honorable enough to, after 6 months, the ITIN was not there and he asked for a refund. They didn't respond, and then he said, I'm gonna put a dispute, and if you're not paying back, like, you're gonna be in legal trouble. They responded instantly and they gave the money back. Then he reaches out to us, applies for the ITIN because he knows we deliver, and then in 42 days, he gets the ITIN done. What's the difference? We pay more to an acceptance agent. We add one more step in the mix that makes that one, I'm not processing the ITIN myself. You don't have my assistant doing that. We have a professional that does that for us, and we partner with them. So you send us the money, you just have to fill out the form. We optimize the user experience, and then voila, you have the acceptance agent that does all of these, the tracking, the follow-up, and we can contact that person anytime. Why? That person is giving us priority. Because we are handsome. But not just that, jokes aside. It's because we give them volume. So if you provide 30, 50, 100 clients in this period of time, instead of just being one, of course, whenever we have a question, they respond like this, because we are just source of income for them. LLCs, the same. LLPs, UK LLPs, the same. Dubai setups, banking. Why do they pick our phone? Because we're sending them people that are putting deposits of $250,000, $500,000, 1 million. And then even if a client needs a bit smaller, we already have the goodwill created. It's like, hey, this man is gonna deposit here, say 20,000, no problem. We're still gonna give him a great treatment. But if we only send clients with a lower budget because we are also low cost, they would not give us priority the way that they do. The fact that we are positioning as a premium brand and you tap into our network allow us to help you get things that others can provide and allows you to get things faster. So extra perks and extra speed. It's the same when I was talking to a real estate agent. He was saying, why do you think we can furnish an apartment for 40% off? Because we are the developers as well. So he was selling it, but was part of the team that was developing the tower in Paraguay. And then I said, great, and if I want to buy one of these apartments, or I want to buy 5, because they're really, really affordable in Paraguay. You should check how cheap that thing is for incredible ROIs, 10% net, 14 gross, 10, 11 net a year. But that's for another video, you're gonna check it on the channel. The thing is, I say, what if I want somebody to manage it? I want to put a company, because I know that they're gonna charge me 30%. And he starts laughing. It's like, what do you mean 30%? In management fees to receive people, check-ins, check-outs, clean 30%. I say, what do you mean? I've seen places like 50% or even 40% to manage your Airbnb. And he starts laughing. It's like, Miquel, we're getting it for 10%. The rest is for you. Why? Because they're giving volume to the people that are managing the Airbnbs. They can give 56 apartments, the whole building, exclusivity to that company, and they lower the prices. Therefore, they can give it to you, and they give it as a bonus. They are not charging anything. It's directly you with the company. They make the introduction because you're buying an apartment that they are developing. This is what I've seen in this industry and something that you need to evaluate when you want to partner with somebody. Could be us, could be somebody else, right? There are other companies that have been here in the market for 30 years. Other providers will give them priority over us for now, but that's your choice. Who do you want to partner with? And also, do you want somebody who only understands that jurisdiction? Because I had a gentleman that tried to assemble his own team, right? And he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my US CPA, and then I'm getting the UAE accountant, and of course the free zone company and the team that's gonna help me with the residency. So I'm gonna create the LLC with the Dubai tax setup. I'm gonna spend 90 days there. So I'm gonna find somebody to buy the real estate and No, and he tried to make this Frankenstein. And then he had a question. Oh, what shall I do if I receive the money from a client in the UK in here, shall I pay taxes in that? And then he's asking who? The LLC guy? Or is I asking the UAE one? But the UAE did not know what the heck an LLC had to do to be compliant and not have problems. And did not know how to send the money, as salary, as dividends, how to create expenses between companies, and how to move this money around, for example, in the LLC, to then get credit lines approved, $40, $50, $60,000. Then you have 12 months. So you can basically get $50,000 in funding per card, and you can get 3 cards of these, $150,000, and not have to pay it back in 1 year. That's one of the things, only one of the things that you can do with an LLC. Besides the sign-up bonuses of the business credit cards, and besides the 3 and 4x multipliers like you have with the Chasing Preferred or the Amex Business Gold, just to name a few. We have clients that racked up $30,000 equivalent in trips, in airplane tickets and hotels, just for free because they are leveraging the points. Is the LLC Asian showing you how to hack that? Or is he only just presenting the forms and the certificate of good standing, making sure that the payments are on time, that Wyoming and Delaware are happy? What's the full service they give you? Because if you just want one thing, of course, go to Paraguay and get the cheapest lawyer that started yesterday, that does not have the connections inside of migrations, or the police department or anything, and you're gonna be just one more stack of paper in the line. Or get the Asian in Turkey or the Caribbean that does not have the connections with the ministers or with the ones running the CBI program, Citizenship by Investment, and boom, it takes you 9 months instead of boom, it takes you 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, like 50% faster, or even 100% faster, like 2x faster, to get the same document, the same citizenship, the same residency. So this is all about context, and the better are the contacts, usually they are tapped into other markets like real estate. We have great banking partners in the UAE that, as you can imagine, banking and real estate go hand in hand. Just considerations. Again, can be us, can be somebody else. Just choose your team well. Who do you resonate with? When something happens, if it's somebody fat, like I'm talking fat, that person is showing that they are not taking care of their body. And people now, fat people will come in, oh, I'm subscribing. I don't fucking care. It's just what I've seen. Is it 100% like this? No. I know fat CEOs that are machines, but because XYZ specific reason that they are fat. But when somebody has been an athlete, as I can tell you, 90% plus, of course it's yin and yang, right? On the black side of the yin, you have the little white, and on the big white, you have a little black. All right? But Pareto law, 80-20 or 95-5. I've met athletes, professional athletes that went to the Olympics, that they are machines, like in everything in life. When they get out of these trainings that are strict regimens, they get into the train of pain that we call it in the track and field. When you're running the 400s, the 800s, the 1Ks, the 1.2Ks, it's like it's pain in your body, like for minutes. And I've experienced that for decades. When somebody trains like this at a personal level, then operates like a machine on a business side. And when things get rough and get tough, that person is able to fight because has the mindset to go through pain over months, litigations, suing people, etc. Right? Going after things, not being defeated, not giving up, not being like,
oh, this didn't go as planned.
Done. Oh, it's fucking 5 p.m. I'm signing out. See you tomorrow. Talk tomorrow. I'm gonna respond the email on Monday. What the fuck? Monday to Sunday, as many hours as I'm awake, I work. Of course I rest. But I'm hiring people in my team that work like this, like athletes. When we are filming, sometimes we're filming 16 hours. When somebody is responding to emails or customer support, client success management, they are there, like there. And we cover as many hours as we can of the day, right? We coordinate between one another. We operate like an army, and this is something I'm proud of. And before I didn't create a content like this, I was like, oh, am I gonna say it like this? But fuck it, I'd rather let you know transparently who am I and what's my philosophy and what I think than having surprises or you kind of guessing it. You wanna work with the strong, capable people. Weak people, fat people, broke people are not reliable. Whenever something wrong happens, if they feel threatened, they will fuck you over. So the same, if you're hiring the cheap brands, and I've seen in my life, unfortunately, I have scars in this. If you hire the cheap person that is broke, at the first chance this person has to fuck you over, to run away with the money, a little money is gonna be a lot of money for that person. This is how I see it. Strong, capable, and I see so many correlations between these. Let me know if you also see this. because I'm sure you do. And usually critiques come from people below, but not from people above. That's something also a mentor told me. You will also always be critiqued by the weaker person than you that sees you lift, let's say deadlift 130 kilos and will say, it's not perfect form. You know, the critiques, the haters are the ones who can't deadlift more than 60 kilos. So these are the people I want to be surrounded by and the people that I choose and I filter. Because at this point, as you can imagine, like with all the followers we have, social media, it's a bit of a bitch because you have to have thick skin. Because yeah, you see a lot of good things on social media and people recognizing you and praising, man, you helped me a lot. You know, I saw that content 6 months ago when you helped me, and they come to you and it's like, wow. And they know a lot of you, you know, and you're like, oh, nice to meet you. These are things that I will keep with me. One, I'm gonna keep that no matter how successful, you want to keep having these values of honorable reputation, keep fighting, and maybe something I will not solve within 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, but I will not give up. The same way that will do my team. And if not, they're gonna be purged because they know we are here for merits, you know, for what we do, for what we prove. We have a lot of a culture of receipts. You have to show what you say. Oh, you say you run this distance, you run this fast? Show it to me. Show me the clip, like uncut. Now, oh, I know, but I did it 3 years ago. Then you are not fit anymore. You did it 3 years ago. Congrats, like better than nothing. But you know, how many LLCs they have delivered this month successfully? How many golden visas? How many residencies they can still do in the time that they promised? Because maybe they show you a case study and a testimonial from 3 years ago when they could do it, when everybody could do a Turkish passport in 3 months or Caribbean one in 4-6 months. Now, is that provider that strong when something is not as straightforward? That's all for this video. This is just reflections, musings, stories. This is something that you would hear from me, from other people in events, in offline meetups. So that's also another thing. We are not nerds hiding behind a screen and then being socially awkward when we are in person. We are people that, you know, you can relate to, like what you see here in the camera and the way I talk. It's what you find in reality. This is something that I've heard many times. People, man, you're like pretty much like when you shoot the video, it's like, haha, yeah. That's all for this video. You can watch the next one that the algorithm will recommend you over here. Miquel Gironès, extraordinary. Adeu.